Hello. Welcome to this interview from purpose to from purpose to practice. From purpose to practice. In this episode, I am doing a book review of one of my latest books, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose. If you are joining us on Clubhouse, you are most welcome. If you are going to be listening to the replay on Clubhouse, you are welcome. If you are joining us on Common Sense Africa, our podcast channel, you are welcome to this community. So it's an honor to be with you this day. My name is Vivian Atut. I am the author of From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose. I'm an author of African origin. I've written over 9 books, and today's subject of discussion is one of my recent books, From Purpose to Practice. So let's get into it. One of the questions I have been asked recently is, Vivian, tell us about this book. Tell us about this book, From Purpose to Practice. So let me start by telling you that I am really thrilled to have all of you on the show this day and talking about my latest book, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose. So I would start by saying that this book is like none other that you've read before. It's a game changer. It's a must read for anyone who wants to live a purpose-driven life in this AI world that we are in, this fast-changing world that we are in, and anyone who wants to make a difference. This is a book for you. So in From Purpose to Practice, I take a deep dive into the concept of purpose and how to from something that is really a vague idea into a concrete plan of action. So I show you how to break down your purpose into manageable steps and how to overcome the obstacles that are holding you back and how to create a roadmap for success. And I use real life examples. So this book is more than just an individual purpose. It's about rethinking purpose on a larger scale. It's about how we can use our purpose to make a difference in our communities, our workplaces, and the world at large. I draw on my extensive experience working with people from all walks of life, from all backgrounds, and to give you practical advice and real world examples and biblical examples on how you can actually transform your life and the lives of others around you. I share inspirational stories of people who have actually turned their purpose into action and made a difference in the world. So if you are feeling stuck, if you are feeling like there has to be more to life than what you are currently doing, if you want to make a difference in the world, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose is a book for you. It is a roadmap to success. It's a blueprint for living a purpose-driven life and a call to action for anyone who wants to make a difference in the world. So what are you waiting for? So let's rethink purpose together. I'm excited to have all of you joining us on Clubhouse, those of you joining us right here on our podcast channel, Common Sense, with me, Dr. Vivian Atut. It's a pleasure to have you and talking about From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose. So one other question that I got on this book was, why did you write this book? Who did you write this book for? So the question, who did I write this book for? Anyone that is out there who just want to go beyond merely living life. You believe that there is more to life than just living by the motion. This book is for you. If you want to live a purpose-driven life, this book is for you. I wrote this book for the dreamers and the doers, the thinkers and the makers. It's for people who want to make a real difference in the world, but who may feel overwhelmed by the task at hand. In From Purpose to Practice, I share practical advice and real-world examples of how to turn your purpose into action. Whether you're a student just starting out, a mid-career professional looking to make a change, a retiree looking to give back to your community, this book is for you. I also wrote this book for anyone who's ever felt stuck. You felt frustrated, you felt lost. It is for people who may be struggling to find their purpose, or who may be struggling to overcome obstacles that are holding them back. There are chapters in the book that would help you move forward. So if you're someone who wants to live a purpose-driven life, if you want to make a real difference in the world, and if you are ready to turn your purpose into action, then From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose is the go-to book for you. It's a roadmap to success, a blueprint for living a purpose-driven life, and a call to action for anyone who wants to make a difference in the world. So another question I got is, so what is the central message of the book? So absolutely, there is a central message for this book. And the central message of the book, From Purpose to Practice, is that purpose is not just a lofty idea, but something that we can turn into concrete action. My book is all about rethinking purpose and turning it from a vague idea into tangible plan of action. It's about breaking down your purpose into manageable steps, overcoming the obstacles that are holding you back, and creating a roadmap to success. But the message of this book is more than just individual purpose. It's about how we can use our purpose to make a real difference in the world. It's about how we can turn our passion into action and create positive change in our communities, our workplaces, and the world at large. In From Purpose to Practice, I share inspiring stories of people who have turned their purpose into action and made a real difference in the world. I also provide practical advice and real-world examples and biblical examples of how you can do the same. So the central message of From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose, is that purpose is not just something that we can think about, but it is something we do. It's about taking action and creating positive change in the world. So if you are ready to turn your purpose into action, then this book is for you. Thank you. So one other question that I got was, what is the most important idea you are sharing in your book that will add value to the reader's life? So you want to know about what's the most important idea I'm sharing in this book that would add value to your life? The answer is simple, that purpose is not just a lofty idea, but something that we can turn into concrete action. Many people feel like they have a purpose in life, but they don't know how to turn it into something tangible. They may feel overwhelmed by the idea of making a real difference in the world, or they may not know where to start. That's where From Purpose to Practice comes in. In this book, I share practical advice and real-world examples and biblical principles of how you can turn your purpose into action. I provide a roadmap for success, breaking down your purpose into manageable steps and helping you overcome the obstacles that may be holding you back. But the most important idea I'm sharing in this book is that purpose is not just something we can think about, but something we do. It's about taking action and creating positive change in the world. It's about using your purpose to make real difference in your community, in your workplace, and in the world at large. I cannot overemphasize this. By reading From Purpose to Practice, you learn how to turn your purpose into action and create a life that is both fulfilling and meaningful. You'll be inspired by real life examples of people who have turned their purpose into action and made a difference in the world. And you'll be equipped with practical tools and strategies to help you do the same. So the most important idea I emphasize that I am sharing in this book, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose, is that purpose is not just a dream, but something that we can turn into reality. If you are ready to turn your purpose into action and make a real difference in the world, then this book is for you. So another question that I got was, if you could compare this book with any book out there that we might already be familiar with, Vivian, which book would you compare this book with and why? So my answer to this is simple. One of the books that I would like to compare this book with is The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And now I know you are thinking, why compare this new book, From Purpose to Practice, with such an iconic book? But hear me out. Just wait a minute and hear me out. Like The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, my book is all about practical strategies for success. It's about taking the idea of purpose and turning them into something concrete and actionable. It's about breaking down a big goal into smaller, more manageable steps and creating a roadmap for success. But where From Purpose to Practice differs is in its focus on purpose, while The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People covers a broad range of topics. My book specifically is geared towards helping readers find their purpose and turn it into action. In other words, while The 7 Habits provide a general roadmap for success, From Purpose to Practice focus specifically on how to turn your purpose into action and make a real difference in the world. So if you loved The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and want to take your personal development to the next level, then From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose is a go-to book for you. It's full of practical strategies, real-world examples, inspiring stories of people who have turned their purpose into action and made a real difference in the world. So the next question I got was, what was the most difficult part of writing this book? Tell me about that. Tell me about that. Writing any book, it's always difficult. But what I have to say is that the most difficult part of writing this book was actually staying focused on the main message. So you see, when you are writing a book about purpose, it's easy to get sidetracked by all the different ways that purpose can manifest in our lives. There are so many different angles to explore, from personal fulfillment to societal impact, and it can be difficult to stay focused on the main message. But for me, the message was always about turning purpose into action. That was the core idea that I wanted to communicate to my readers, that purpose is not just a lofty idea, but something that we can turn into concrete action. So while it was challenging to stay focused on that message, it was also incredibly rewarding, because once I found that focus, everything else fell into place. The stories, the strategies, the real world examples, the biblical examples, they all came together to support that core idea. And now, with From Purpose to Practice, rethinking purpose out there in the world, I am thrilled to see the readers connecting with that message and using it to create a positive change in their world and in their own lives. So while writing this book was challenging, it was also a labor of love. It was rewarding, and I am excited to share it with the world and help others turn their purpose into practice and action. So another question that we would like to answer, or that has come to me concerning this book, is, Vivian, can you tell us a little more about the world that you created in this book? Now you ask me about the world I created in this book. And while it is not a fictional world like in some of my other books, I did create a world of possibility and action. In From Purpose to Practice, I invited readers to step into a world where purpose is not just an abstract concept, but something that we can bring to life through our actions. It's a world where individuals, organizations, and communities are working together to create a positive change in the world. Through real-world examples and inspiring stories, I show readers how purpose can manifest in different ways, from creating a business that aligns with your values to making a difference in your local community. But the world I created in this book is not just about individual success. It's about collective impact. It's about how we can come together and create a positive change and build a better world for all. So while it may not be a fictional world, the world of From Purpose to Practice is one of possibility and action. I emphasize it's a world where purpose is not just a concept, but a force for good in the world. And I am excited to invite readers to step into that world and start making a difference in their lives and in the world around them. Another question that I got, and this is quite exciting, is, how does this book relate to your previous works, if at all? And I'll tell you, while From Purpose to Practice may seem like a departure from some of my previous works, it's actually close and connected to most of the works that I have written in the past year. At its core, this book is about finding meaning and purpose in our lives, something that I've explored in some of my previous works. But in From Purpose to Practice, I take it a step further by showing readers how to actually turn your purpose into action. In many of my previous works, I've talked about the importance of setting goals and taking actions towards them. And in From Purpose to Practice, I build on those ideas by showing readers how to align their actions with their purpose and actually creating a powerful force of change. So one of the things that I was also asked was, Vivian, what do you hope that readers remember about this book long after they finish reading? And as an author of From Purpose to Practice, my greatest hope is that readers will come away from this book with a newfound sense of clarity and direction in their lives. I want them to remember the powerful message at the heart of this book, that purpose is not just an abstract concept to strive for, but it's a tangible force that can guide our actions and shape our lives in meaningful ways. I hope that readers will remember that the practical tools and strategies that I've shared in this book, which can help them turn their purpose into actions and cause lasting changes in the world around them. But perhaps importantly, I actually hope that readers will remember the feeling of inspiration and empowerment that comes from realizing that they have the power to shape their own destiny and make a difference in the world around them. I hope that this feeling will stay with them long after they finish reading this book, and this feeling will drive them to take action, to turn their purpose into practice and create the lasting changes in the world around them. Another important question as we begin to wind down this conversation is, what was your inspiration to write this book? And for me, the inspiration to write this book comes from my own personal journey of self-discovery and transformation. Over the years, I've spoken with countless people who feel like something missing from their life, a sense of purpose and direction that can give their actions meaning and significance. I've also seen how powerful it can be when people do find that purpose and begin to align their actions with their deepest values and goals. So I wanted to write a book that could help people bridge the gap between purpose and action, and to show them how to take those lofty and inspiring ideas and turn them into real tangible change in their lives and in the world around them. I draw on my own experience and stories of others to create a book that is both practical and also inspiring, full of actionable advice and powerful insight that can help the reader find their purpose and live a life of meaning and significance. So as I round up the conversation on this book, one of the questions that I was asked was about research. Did the book involve research? Yes. This book involved extensive research. It involved interviews, involved collaborations with experts in the field. It involved actually spending countless hours reading books and articles and conducting interviews with experts, and even conducting my own research and experiments to test out some of the ideas in the book. But all of this hard work was actually worth it, because I believe that the insights and strategies that are in this book have the potential to truly transform your life and help people find your purpose and live a life that is both meaningful and also significant. So one of the questions that I would like to address is, what makes my book relevant today? So in today's fast-paced and constantly changing world, AI world, people are more concerned than ever with finding their purpose and living a meaningful life. And that is where From Purpose to Practice comes in, rethinking purpose. And in this book, I offer a fresh perspective on purpose that is relevant to people of all ages and backgrounds and walks of life, whether you are a recent college graduate, graduate, or you're just starting out a career, you're a mid-career professional, you want to make a change in the world around you, you're a retiree, you want to make a difference in the community, there is something in this book for you. It is not just about finding your purpose, but it's also about putting your purpose into practice daily. And that is where this book really comes in. It's about creating a roadmap for your life that is grounded in your values, in your passions, and in your talent. So if you are someone who is seeking greater meaning and fulfillment in your life, then From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose is the book for you. It's a roadmap that can help you find purpose, live with intention, and create a life that is truly meaningful and fulfilling. Another question that I have, and it's important, and I would like my listeners, our community on Clubhouse, our community on a podcast channel to listen to is: have you had any feedback from readers? And the answer is yes. I've received feedback from readers about this book, From Purpose to Practice, and it has been incredibly inspiring and humbling. I've heard from people from all walks of life, from students to CEOs, who have found the book to be a game changer in their life. One reader wrote to me and said, "This book helped me to clarify my purpose in life and gave me practical tools to bring that purpose to life. I've never felt more alive and fulfilled." That was incredible, incredible, and incredible. Another reader said, "I've read a lot of books on purpose, but this one stands out. And it's practical, insightful, and written with such clarity and simplicity that it feels like the author is speaking directly to me." I am really thrilled that the book has resonated with so many people and helped them find greater meaning and purpose in their life. It's truly been a privilege to be a part of their journey. It's been a privilege to really be a part of their journey. And this is really rewarding to know that this book is making a difference in the lives of so many people. And I believe that as many people as they lay hands on these books and continue to share their insights, we would continue to share with our community. So one of the things that I was also asked was, most authors have a specific reason for writing a book. What was yours, Vivian? For me, writing this book, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose, the reason was simply, but yet profound. I wanted to help people tap into their true potential by helping them rethink their purpose in this changing world. I wanted to provide them with practical tools and strategies to transform their purpose from a vague concept into a tangible reality. My hope is that this book will inspire readers to discover their passion, align their actions with their purpose, and live a more fulfilling life. And finally, one of the questions that came was, what part of this book do you personally like best? And as you would know, as an author of this book, From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose, I like the whole book. However, I think that the chapters that really talk about taking action, putting purpose into action, and actually working collaboratively with people, it's really of importance. And I hope that this will inspire you to take real steps. In these chapters about taking actions, I provide practical tips and strategies for turning your purpose into actions. And I believe this is a game changer for anyone who wants to live a more meaningful and a more fulfilling life. So if you are looking to move beyond thinking about your purpose to actually starting to living it out, then these chapters will actually stand out for you and will add to your life. And as I wrap up this conversation, the question that comes to mind is who should buy your book? And I think that who should buy my latest book, From Purpose to Practice? I would say anyone that is searching for a deeper sense of meaning, of purpose in their lives, should buy this book. It's for those who are feeling lost and stuck in their current situation and want to explore new ways of thinking about their purpose and how to bring their purpose into their daily life, their daily practice, their daily habits. This book is for you. It's also for those who are already purpose driven and they want to take their journey to the next level. So whether you're a young professional, that you're just starting out, you're an executive, or someone who just wants to make a change in community, this book it's for you, and it will help you to take your purpose to the next level and become more meaningful to your life, to your society, and to make a difference in the world around you. And finally, you can find my book. You asking questions, where can we find your book? Just go to drvivianatut.com, drvivianatut.com. Or you can go to Amazon and just type in Dr. Vivian Atut, or you type in From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose, and you would get a copy for yourself. And I just want to thank you for joining me on this segment of Common Sense with Dr. Vivian this day. I hope you enjoyed this discussion. Share your thoughts in the discussion. If you're joining us on Clubhouse, let us get feedback. If you are community in Clubhouse, if you're joining us on our podcast channel, we would like to hear from you. But thank you for joining us as we share this segment with you on From Purpose to Practice, Rethinking Purpose. I hope you go out there and rethink your purpose, take your purpose to practice to the next level, and keep doing good wherever you are. Until next time, be well.